Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Thursday, November 26, 2015. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. In a joint press release issued today, the Nevis Island Administration, NIA, the Nevis Electricity Company Limited, Nevlec, and Nevis Renewable Energy International Incorporated, NREI, announced the signing of a long-term power purchase agreement. According to the press release, the agreement provides for 25 years of a domestic base load renewable energy supply from geothermal resources on Nevis.
The signing of the power purchase agreement was signed on Friday. I, Levon, Tross, signed on behalf of the Nevis Electricity Company Limited, Nevlec, and Tom Juliet signed on behalf of NREI, which is the exploratory company for the geothermal here on Nevis.
Chairman of Nevlec's Board of Directors, Levon Tross. According to Tross, the power purchase agreement sets the stage for Nevis to become the greenest island on earth.
Geothermal would bring down the cost of electricity here on the island. It would then be able to, with the low cost of electricity, attract investors, promote business on Nevis. It's a win-win situation for the exploration. The work that was done is suggesting that we have upwards of 30 megawatts of energy. But the first phase is concentrating on providing energy for Nevis. We would start with a 9 megawatt plant and then we would take it from there. Geothermal is definitely coming. The timeline that we have is the end of 2018, which is just around the corner. And so during that time, we would be looking at phasing out the fossil fuel. We're looking at some other alternatives in terms of solar. So Nevis would be a very, very green place in the near future.
Meanwhile, according to the release, NREI, a subsidiary of Texas-based Thermal Energy Partners, LLC, is committed to hire, train, and employ to the maximum extent possible divisions in the site development, planning, construction, and operations phases of the project. NREI President Tom Juliet is quoted as saying that the island of Nevis is taking a bold step in moving away from its dependency on more expensive imported fossil fuels and transitioning to a cleaner, renewable, resilient, and baseload power source. The NIA, according to the release, has, through its cabinet, welcomed this significant step towards making Nevis a global model for sustainable green energy development. Deputy Premier the Honorable Mark Brantley is quoted as saying, "This is an important step to enhancing the leadership of Nevis in the transformational impacts of the new post-fossil fuel world economy. The Nevis geothermal project will create increased economic growth, reduced power costs, increase employment, and create new economic opportunities for local businesses." The Nevis Tourism Authority, NTA, on Saturday, November 21st, held its marketing retreat in preparation for the development of its 2016 marketing plan for Nevis. The retreat for stakeholders in the tourism industry was held at the Four Seasons Resort and received welcome remarks from Alistair, Forrest, who represented the NTA Board of Directors.
I had a very good meeting last night with Minister Mark Brantley, who, again, let me repeat his apologies for not being here this morning. He had an unavoidable meeting in St. Kitts. But he emphasized to me that the message that he wanted to put across today, and I'm sure he will do so himself later, is to remind everybody that at the top of the list for Nevis is that we should become the greenest place on earth. And that is still very much foremost in all of our endeavours and efforts in marketing the island. It indeed will put us very seriously and firmly on the map out there in our principal markets of US, UK and Europe. There's no doubt about that.
Chief Executive Officer of the NTA, Greg Phillip, made one of 5 presentations on the major aspects of tourism promotion. He highlighted the authority's vision for Nevis to become a premium year-round destination.
About 69% of the people who come to Nevis come from North America. Then we have the UK, down just about 18% of our visitors come from the UK. then followed by all other countries, but as just specific regions. Caribbean is about 3% in that region, and about 1% come from other places in Europe, France, etc. This is good information for us to have. And looking at the statistics it's also very interesting to see how and where we are truly beginning to be successful. We can change these too by our efforts and by the things you're going to think about today. Tourism on Nevis is truly a team effort because it enlists and encompasses the efforts of every single operator in the tourism industry here in Nevis.
Other presentations were made by Nevis's international representatives, namely airlift consultant Nick Wangler, USA Northeast Sales Support Andrew Rowe, Noel Mignot, president of the North American PR firm PM Group, and Jane Hansom of the UK-based Sponge Marketing. The retreat also saw group discussions on the best ways to grow the fringes of the season, how to better partner with airlines flying to and offering connections to Nevis, best sales and marketing strategies for Nevis, best ideas for working closer with St. Kitts, and areas for improvement in the Nevis tourism product. The event culminated with a discussion on the state of the industry. Still to come.
At this art open house, we'll be featuring pieces from the various primary schools that entered our art competition. We will also be having free HIV testing and counseling.
The details after this break.
Get this map. Are you ready? I got the spirit of a fighter. Never ever quit. I got future to be brighter. Tired of this.
This is my story, real get a story. Hey, I remember those days when hell was my home, when me and mama bed was a big piece of foam.
Hey, you know it's your groovy so common king, your boy Speedy, and I'm here with the Inland Revenue Department, and I love my side dish. And guess what? I also love Nevis too. And as a responsible taxpayer, your tax dollars help to build our nation. So I'm here to tell you, pay your taxes on time and be a responsible citizen. And don't get me wrong, it's a serious song. I pay my taxes. Boom!
Welcome back. World AIDS Day will once again be observed on December 1st under the global theme Getting to Zero. The Health Promotion Unit here on Nevis will be hosting a number of activities to observe this day. One of these activities will be an art open house on Tuesday, December 1st. The Health Promotion Unit will host the all-day event in collaboration with the Ministry of Education.
At this art open house, we'll be featuring pieces from the various primary schools that entered our art competition. We will also be having free HIV testing and counseling. We'll be doing condom demonstrations. We'll be offering health education on various health topics, including HIV and safe sex. We also will be having fun games and a host of other interesting activities such as videos and pictures on various health topics. We're encouraging everyone to come to our art open house as it promises to be interesting and different. It will be held at the Health Promotion Unit's office in the Ricaldo Kids building on Upper Prince William Street, across the street from the Jewish Cemetery.
According to health educator Shevance Nisbett, the event will begin at 8 a.m. and conclude at 5 p.m. Meanwhile, another activity which will be hosted by the Health Promotion Unit in observance of World AIDS Day is National Testing Day.
National Testing Day will be held on Friday, December the 11th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The event is being held in the Ministry of Health parking lot across the street from Best Buy in Charlestown. As well as the HIV testing on this day, we will also be offering free hepatitis B testing. Both tests, you're getting your results the same day. Free counseling and testing for both both HIV and hepatitis B. It's important to know your status, so I'm encouraging everyone to come and get your testing done. It's free of cost.
Health Educator at the Health Promotion Unit, Shevance Nisbett. Miracle on Main Street will take place for a second consecutive year in the streets of Charlestown, this time on Friday, December 11th. Director of Community Development Janet Maloney says her department is trying to create a jolly Christmas setting and has invited vendors to come out and sell different items that were popular at Christmas time in years gone by.
We have invited the abattoir to come and sell meat products, and we have also invited the agro-processing unit, who we hope will sell like raisin and the mixed peel. They have a mixture already where they have the spices and the rum weighed out, so you can just come and buy your mixture for your cake. And also they should be doing smoothies. We would have invited the Nevis Craft House. We also want to introduce some of the old traditional sweets: jabon breaker, peppermint, sugar cake with the Christmas color, red, green, white, yellow, coconut tart, and potato pudding. For the local drinks, we are thinking about having Morby and Simos and sarsaparilla, ginger beer, and sorrel. We are also hoping to have the traditional Christmas food: dove down pork, the suckling pig, mutton, rice and pigeon peas, macaroni, cheese pie, a slice of pumpkin, green beans, just a whole lot of it, so that we can all remember the days of old.
According to Maloney, at 3 p.m. that same day, traditional Christmas sports will also be on display.
We'll have some of the traditional Christmas sports. Last year, we were not fortunate to have the Johnny Walker, but we're hoping that we'll have it this year. And the Japanese girls, the cowboy and Indian, nigger business with the old pattern and dishes that they used to knock to create the music. We also having the maypole dance, the square dance, the Red Cross dance, and also, let me see, the cakewalk, and of course the masquerade and the clowns. And we are hoping to end with the Christmas carols.
The Community Development Director is encouraging the public to show its support.
I am really inviting the general public to come out and for all of us to have a good time enjoying our Christmas sports.
Miracle on Main Street will take place on Friday, December 11th, starting at 9 a.m. in the vicinity of the DR Walwyn Plaza. That's it for this evening's edition of the Nevis Newscast. Thank you for viewing. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. Good night.